John, here are the team standings on the men's side going into the 400. LSU with a 3-point lead over Florida, and then 3 tied at 20. Lots of events still remaining, not only on the track but also in the field as we get ready for this 400. Michael Norman of USC setting that world record and collegiate record last year at Texas A&M. Kamari Montgomery is in this field in this second section. Remember, this is a 2-section race. And this is section 1. This is how it laid out. Obi Ibakwe of Houston redeems himself from yesterday, and lane 3 wins this section 1 heat and establishes the time to beat at 46.04, a blanket finish amongst 3 athletes. But Ibakwe, the transfer from Arkansas, holds him off. 46.04 is the time that these 4 gentlemen will be shooting for in this second section. You can win it from either section as we take a look at Kamari Montgomery, also himself a transfer from Missouri.
Well, Kamari Montgomery certainly is capable of running faster than 46.04. He has been really the anchor for this Houston Cougar team this year. Leroy Burrell and Carl Lewis said everything works around our quarter mile, and he's such a workhorse for them. We'll see him also in the 4x400 meters, but there's Will London on the inside. Had a fantastic 2017 season, had some good times in 2018, but didn't come away with any championships like he did the year before, and he made a world championship team for the USA as well. And on the outside, that's Tyrell Richard. He had an outstanding run in the semifinals as well.
So Will London draws the dreaded lane 3, but we just watched Obi Ibakwe win his heat and establish the time to beat from lane 3. Takes a lot of strength and real good background to be able to hold it together with that tight lane 3 for the first lap. They'll stay in their lanes through the first 2 turns, then break for the pole, which is so important as to how this race goes. Montgomery is out quickly, making up some of the stagger to his outside to Tyrell Richard. He wants that pole position. Will London working hard down in lane 3 to try to get himself in position.
Well, and I think because Tyrell Richard went out awfully fast, it's pulling Kamari Montgomery right along, and it's important to know Houston had their conference championships here just 2 weeks ago, so Kamari is very, very familiar with this facility.
Nobody broke stride on that pole position for Tyrell Richard. Kamari Montgomery in a good position, but it doesn't look like he's shifting into another gear like we expected to see him. Tyrell Richard continuing to lead. He's going to win the second section. Now it's about the time. Whoa, 44.83. That is cooking on this track. Go! That's the collegiate leader taking over from Kamari Montgomery. 44.82 it's corrected to. That's an incredible time. He did get the lane 6 draw, but that's a heck of a time, and one well-run race by the South Carolina State senior.
Well, we expected Kamari Montgomery to take over this race in that first 200 meters, but Tyrell Richard just was not giving up the lead. He goes out hard, and to run fast times, you've got to challenge yourself in the first 200 meters. Kamari Montgomery is not used to coming back from behind, but it was all Tyrell Richard from South Carolina putting up the fastest time of the year. He saved his best for the absolute last indoor race of the season.
Well, all 3 runners in that heat ran well considering their lane draws. Will London ends up 3rd overall from lane 3. Kamari Montgomery, a season best by 1/100th of a second, but Tyrell Richard surprises everybody in the building, runs 44.82, the number 4 collegiate performance, just behind Karani James. It's a pretty good name, and he is downstairs with John.
6 PRs in the race, Dwight, but not everybody in the building is surprised because Tyrell Richard said, you expected this one at a world record?
I was coming for 44.5 or better. That was my goal coming in. Yeah.
You got out there in lane 6, never saw anybody the rest of the way. Strategy coming in? Last year, my start off wasn't too fast. I would typically let someone get in front of me, catch back up, and just base it off my foot speed. This year, I had to get a better start. I had to get out much faster than I usually do, and that will determine the race. He got out quick, and he finished strong, and now the MEAC champ is the NCAA champ.